welcome back to VGS Let's Talk Gaming. I am one of your co-hosts for this evening. My name is Chloe, and you're listening to WCBF 88.9, the campus and community voice of Fredonia. Hunter's also here.
Hey, I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here.
That's really cool. How are you?
I'm doing pretty okay, actually.
Pretty okay.
Pretty okay. I would bump it up to a good, but, tired.
I'm tired too.
It's been a week.
It has been a very long
It's been
week.
a long week for everyone, I think.
I think so too.
I think our other host can attest to that.
I'm
Yes.
so sleepy.
We're all
guys.
I feel like we talk about this
Alex,
every week,
I
how we're
can't
just
see
so
you.
sleep deprived.
Why am I so far back?
Well, we moved the table.
I can't see you anymore.
We moved the table because, I suppose, actually, it's not released yet. I can't talk about it. But we have an artist in for the local lowdown, and there's 4 of them, so
So you had to,
I have to move the table around. So I was doing that last night, making sure I could fit. They kind of fit, so hopefully they all... I hope they're all friends, because they're going to be very close to each other.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, by the way, I'm Alex. Hi.
Yeah, that's Alex.
It's me.
I guess.
Him.
In Prade, making sure all the audio files and waves and things go good. I'm so tired. I went
Me
to bed
too.
at like 4 a.m. I woke up at 8:30. I am running on fumes.
Well, I was probably around there, too.
We went to bed at 2:30.
Oh, that was 3.
No, it might have been 3.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I have a cup of stir fry, and a can of Bang energy drink. That's gonna be my dinner.
Nice.
Sounds very nutritious.
Yeah. I hope it keeps me going for
It sounds like gamer fuel.
for tonight.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Only
will.
the best gamer fuel is, So what are we doing tonight?
Do you know?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'll tell you then. Anyway. So today we're going to have retro gaming night. I don't think we ever did this together.
Retro.
Retro games. We've talked about retro games, but we haven't had a whole night dedicated to it. I did
maybe
it
we didn't.
once. I did it once by myself when I was doing the show as like the lone host all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely did it by myself, but I thought it would be cool to get your perspective on it. Do you guys like play retro games? Retro games.
Hunter?
I'm talking like 80s and 90s arcade.
Oh, yeah.
type
I
games.
want to talk about that. I just searched up what defines a retro game.
Oh, okay.
And what
That's-
comes back is retro gaming, also known as old school gaming, classic gaming, and sometimes vintage gaming, is the playing of older generation consoles, computer, handheld games, and arcade games in the present.
Interesting.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
But do you guys play retro games, would you say?
I dabble.
I think you do more than Alex and I do.
Yeah, probably.
He definitely plays. I used to play quite a bit of retro games.
Yeah, I
actually.
don't play them as much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of like grew up with them.
The problem is I don't play them much anymore either, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's lame.
I love Pac-Man. I love
Pac-Man's a good
I
one.
love
we can
Tetris.
let's start with Pac-Man because I feel like that is the most base level. Like when you think of like even just video games, I would say Pac-Man is always there.
That yellow
Little yellow
figure
guy.
is
Little
so
yellow
iconic.
fella. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so cute. I love him.
I feel like everyone knows what Pac-Man is.
Yeah, I don't think we really have to explain Pac-Man.
No.
It's
I
not
mean,
like-
we can anyways, just in case.
What is
Okay.
Pac-Man?
What's Pac-Man, Hunter?
Pac-Man. You are in a maze-like structure, being chased by ghosts. Varying amounts. It goes up to 4. I think what are their names? Pinky,
Binky.
Binky. There's Clyde, I think,
Clyde is the
Dinky-doo.
one.
and I don't know.
When you described it sounded really scary, but Pac-Man's not a scary game.
No, it's not a scary game. You eat dots.
You're running down
You
these
eat-
corridors being chased by ghosts.
You eat dots. You eat fruit.
Yeah.
You work on your high score. about it.
You
There-
can attack the ghosts back,
There's little power pellets that you can eat, and the ghosts turn blue,
and then you can eat
and
the
they
ghosts.
go all Pac-Man's chasing us now, and the tables turn.
Yeah. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you guys play a lot of Pac-Man growing up? I feel like I did.
I did as well. I
I
have
did.
a small story afterwards once we're
Okay.
done with this. That'll lead into our next retro game.
Okay.
I would always play because I didn't have anything to play the official original Pac-Man game on.
No.
Mhm.
I never played it on like an arcade machine. I would either search Pac-Man on Google, because Google has like a little
They have
like a play
games. Yeah.
I'd search Pac-Man on Google and I'll play that. Or I had a free trial on Steam to this game called Pac-Man Championship Edition Deluxe DX Plus.
That's quite a mouthful.
Is this
It
the
is a
one
big
that was
mouthful.
hurting
Yes,
my...
it was
okay.
very epileptic. It's not original Pac-Man. It's based off those, but it's a lot different, I'd say.
It's like, imagine every single color ever flashing as bright as possible, all at the same time, very fast.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
There's a lot of things that vary in it. Like there's different stages that you go to, which I guess you are kind of in Pac-Man originally too. There's like stages and stuff, but this is different in the sense that if you like clear out a certain amount of pellets, like pellets respawn, the little
Oh,
dots.
okay.
Mhm.
And it's very strange, I'd say.
It sounds strange.
That's, I guess, also like I guess it's the most official Pac-Man I've like played, because Google has like the Google Pac-Man, but it's in like the shape of the Google logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your story?
Yeah, I want to hear your
So
story.
I used to play Pac-Man quite a bit because it was on this little game, right? This little thing. Before I say the name of this game, did any of you guys have a PSP?
No.
No, I had a PSP. It was awesome. The PSP was really cool. Definitely a big fan.
My brothers
Mhm.
had it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But there was this one disc for the PSP called the Namco Museum Battle Collection that had
Okay.
like a bunch of like the different types of Pac-Mans on it. But there was one game on this battle collection that was like easily like one of my favorites, and that was Dig Dug.
Mm.
Do you
I
guys-
love Dig Dug.
love
That's
Dig
what I
Dug?
was going to talk about today. That's my favorite one.
Oh no!
No, it's
Well,
okay. We can talk about it a lot.
Okay,
The whole
you
rest of the
wanna
episode.
you wanna talk about a little bit about Dig Dug then?
I mean, I
Just finish
can...
your Pac-Man story.
Well, my Pac-Man story was gonna lead into Dig Dug. That's
Oh.
what I
Oh.
was gonna.
I was gonna say something else about Pac-Man, but we don't have.
I
to.
also
No.
had another Pac-Man thing.
Oh,
Oh.
well.
I thought you had a
This is-
specific like
This is
Pac-Man.
awkward.
It's
No, this
okay.
is
We
awkward.
surprise.
hey,
Dig Dug is our
nothing
next game.
ever happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nothing ever happened. We didn't segue into his story.
time warp.
But so yeah, Pac-Man Championship. It's very colorful and stuff.
yeah.
What do you have to say about it, Chloe?
I was gonna ask you what your thoughts are on the other variations of Pac-Man, like like Ms. Pac-Man and like
Miss
those.
Pac-Man.
What do you think about like those?
I still haven't experienced those too much.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't had much chance to dabble in like an arcade machine.
My dad, I've told this I think a bunch of times before, but he went on a business trip this one time, I think, and he brought back like this Atari machine game little thing. It wasn't an actual Atari, but it was like,
Mm-hmm.
it had games pre-downloaded on it,
Mm-hmm.
and they had like all the Pac-Man variations on
Yeah.
it. There was like a ton. I can't remember what
There's
they
a
were.
lot out there.
Yeah, but I remember it had those, and that's why I like thought about it. I was like, I wonder if you guys have like any experience with that.
No, I don't.
I
sadly.
can try to see if I can find the variations, but I know I can't remember how they're different.
I can't remember it exactly either, but I know that there's a whole bunch of them. I have one more thing to say while you look that up.
Yeah, go
There's
ahead.
also, I forgot about it. There's this one website that you can go to. It is worldsbiggestpacman.com. And it is an infinite Pac-Man level user generated. Like you can go on there and create your own little Pac-Man thing. They give you like wall tools, little pellet tools, and you can do whatever you want. And if you go off like to like the right side or whatever, it'll lead you to another user-based or user-made level. I think it's very creative.
I think that is cool. That's very cool. So I was looking up some things, and there is this really interesting game from 2009, All Stars, Pac-Man and Dig Dug. Do you guys know the game Dig Dug? See, Alex,
Yes,
that's
I
how you do it.
love Dig Dug.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alex, how did you get introduced to Dig Dug?
I got introduced to Dig Dug through a little game on the PSP. Have you guys heard of the PSP?
I've heard of the PSP.
yeah,
I never had one.
I know
Never
the
had
PSP.
one.
I just
had the
yeah.
PSP. It was awesome. Very much recommend if you can find one for cheap. It was on a little game called the Namco Museum Battle Collection. It had both Dig Dug 1 and Dig Dug 2. And I just played the Battle Collection like a ton when I was younger. You know, driving out to Montauk or something, I'd play on my little PSP.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds
Nice.
really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how I got introduced to Dig Dug. How did you get introduced to Dig Dug?
So it was on that Atari thing I was telling you about that had all the games on it.
Mm-hmm.
Dig Dug was on there, and I remember I have this really like core memory, I guess, with video games, where my dad and I were playing it. We used to have one of those big giant box TVs in our basement,
Mm-hmm.
and this thing was huge. Like it was just this big round TV. And like we would like set it up down there and we would play it together. And I remember my dad was teaching me how to play it, and it was so much fun. And that's how I got into it.
Nice.
Maybe I can bring it in next time when we do our Wii episode and get our Wii stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I can like either do that, or if it's, I don't know what state it's in because it's very old.
Mm-hmm.
But I can at least take a picture of it and show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool. Set up like a little like arcade game. It had like the buttons and the joystick on it. And like the little start button was like the insert coin here, like little 25 cents.
Aw.
It was so
That's
cute.
cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's probably like a collector's thing though.
It might be.
I'll like take some pictures of it next time I go home and I'll show you.
Look it up online and stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, that Dig Dug is just it's such a good. Why are like some of the retro games? They're like so basic but so good.
Yeah, it really
know.
doesn't take a lot to make a video game good, and I feel like that
Yes.
you see that with
I think in a lot
Looking
of
at you,
it's-
Jeep Thrills.
I think it'll.
Jeep through.
I think in a lot of them, it is the simplicity that helps it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like nowadays, for originality, games are getting more and more and more complex.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You
they
gotta
are.
do like this thing in order to do this thing, and then you gotta do this thing right after that, unless you're, or else like, the game's over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question: what are we classifying as retro here?
It's like I had a definition for that earlier.
Oh, like what year?
80s and 90s. 80s and
Okay.
early 90s.
I'm like just floating through life right now, so I'm
Me too.
sorry if
It's
I
okay,
wasn't
it's
paying
okay.
attention.
It's okay.
I was gonna talk about one game, but it was 2006. It was a bit.
That's
too
not
early.
retro, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say. That's more nostalgic, which we did do.
That is nostalgic. Yeah.
That is
I still want to hear the title.
Yeah, what was it?
It was
Mario and- oh.
Cars, the video game.
I
Retro
loved that.
Cars, the video game, where you just kind of like drive around Radiator Springs and just like
Yep.
mess
Oh
around with all the
my
cars.
Gosh.
And you just like customize Lightning McQueen. It was so good.
Could you
fun,
imagine if you found a
so
Cars
good.
game in an arcade? I would cry.
I would die. It'd be
Fun
incredible.
fact.
Yeah.
Because we're all
Oh my-
facty here.
Yeah.
I was
The audience doesn't
in
know that.
love with the Cars movie.
The Cars movie. Me too. I loved Cars.
No, he's got a story.
Oh,
It's
he's got a
good.
story.
We watched it so many times that they got, for my birthday or Christmas or something, they got me the Cars DVD.
Uh-huh.
And I watched it so many times that I scratched it and they had to get me another.
How many times, as an estimate,
It
would you
has
say?
to be over 100.
Oh my gosh.
my
I've seen
God,
the movie a few
Hunter.
times, but
How can you watch that movie
just the
so
original,
many-
right?
Just the original.
Just the original. I
Okay.
loved Cars.
You know what? Fair enough. I don't think I ever had a movie where I was like that crazy over, honestly. But I gotta say, I am pretty crazy over 88.9 WCVF, the campus and community voice of Fredonia.
nice.
Aren't we all?
We honestly
Yes, yes, we
are.
are.
We spend too much time in this station, honestly.
Yeah.
We should
Very
get
true.
paid. I should get paid.
Literally, the desk positions at the leader, like the editors, used to get a stipend.
There was
Why?
like a,
Why is that not existing?
there was like a discussion in the 90s whether Fredonia Radio Systems e-board should be paid. And I guess they didn't do it.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the media's then. Well, I guess the two of the three.
Because the state hates us.
You pronounce it stipend?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was
Stipend.
stipend. I've never heard it said out loud.
Stipend.
Stipend.
Stipend. I told you. I said stipend to you before.
You might have. I
That's
just
how my
didn't-
internship
I just didn't
gets-
realize it
That's
until
how I
now.
get paid. Yeah.
What?
Stipend. Stipend.
Never heard
Could
it.
you imagine if you went into an interview, be like, yeah, about the stipend?
I would.
You would get. You would
Immediately
you
kicked
would,
out.
Yes.
I'd lose it, honestly.
Wow.
They ask you like your ideal salary, just like salary. Don't you mean salary?
Salami.
Salami?
So, I thought about salami.
I would like
earlier.
to be paid in 5 pieces of salami.
What are your thoughts on salami? Do you like salami?
Salami's pretty good.
I feel-
Hunter.
Do you
Hunter
like
may
salami?
like salami, but I know he loves pepperoni.
I love pepperoni.
He
too.
does love pepperoni.
He eats it out of the bag in the kitchen.
I do.
I do that too. I do it whenever we buy it. Sometimes we'll make personal pizzas, like when I'm at home. I will eat it just
yeah,
straight
but like
out.
I'll always like put it on a plate or like a little napkin
No.
and like
No,
move
just
it
grab a
elsewhere.
handful.
Yeah.
Just like grab a handful and just eat it in the kitchen, like
Yeah.
standing upright.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I do that with salami too. Salami is just a little more expensive.
I
than
gotta
puree.
sit down, enjoy my meal.
I can't remember the last time I had salami, but I really want some now.
It's pretty good.
Salami's too expensive. You're right.
Yeah.
I think we should get a stipend of salami as college students.
That's
I would like to
very
be paid
true.
in 5 salami.
5 salami.
Five
Like
salami.
5 slices or like 5 salami, like logs.
salamis.
5 salamis.
How big is
Why
a
does
salami
the word
log?
sound so weird now? Salamis.
Salami is.
I wonder if there's a
Anyways.
video game about like deli meat.
There, I'm sure there is.
I'll
There
find
has
it.
to be. Okay, so
it's retro.
while Alex does that, is there any other
A
games you wanna
salami
talk
is
about?
3 to 4 inches across.
That's a cross?
Yep.
Like thick?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. That's about as big as a
Oh
salami. I was
yeah,
eating.
yeah. When it's cut, yeah.
Yeah.
That does make sense. That's still big though to imagine it not cut. A salami.
Ground pork and cubes of fat seasoned with garlic, salt, and spices and stuff. I'm gonna stop reading there.
No, don't. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't
I
wanna
didn't
stop
even know it
reading
was. I didn't even know it was pork.
I'm gonna stop.
I don't know what I thought it was.
What's our next game?
Oh, well, once Alex has his game, then we'll talk about that. But what do you guys think of Galaga?
Galaga's pretty good.
Yeah.
I love Galaga and also Space Invaders, like those kind of games. I'm really
Space
into them.
Invaders. Yeah.
Space Invaders.
Galaga. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of Galaga, honestly.
Hunter and I went to
I was
an
about to say that.
Hunter and I went to an arcade. No, it was. What was it? I can't remember what it was called.
It was round 1 in Erie,
Oh yes.
Pennsylvania.
Yes,
Ooh,
it was in
interesting.
the Mill Creek Mall.
Yep.
Yes. So that was really cool because they had all kinds of like arcade games there, and they had new ones and old ones.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we go to like Dave and Buster's or something, I always want to play Space Invaders because I believe that I'm very good at Space Invaders. However, we didn't do so well.
No, they had like a big 8 foot by like 6 foot, like
It was. I think it was even bigger than that. It
6
was
wide,
huge.
8 high.
Yeah, about that.
Like it was like a 6 by 8 screen of Space Invaders, and it was like
It hurt
it
to
was
look
crazy.
at. It was a lot. It was very like bright.
I'd like turn my head to follow me.
Yeah, it is. It was really cool, but
We didn't do well.
we did not do well. Although I am a very good Space Invaders player, and don't think that I'm not.
You were the downfall.
No,
Yep.
you were the downfall. You didn't get the bombs.
We were definitely the
We
downfall.
were the downfall. Yeah, collectively.
Yeah. They also had a Pac-Man one there that we also
Mm-hmm.
tried out.
I think we did decent on that because that was against each
pretty
other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been able to find deli meat games, but I have found something even greater. So I was curious if there were any retro video game museums because I'm a big fan of museums, right?
He is.
And I did find a retro video game museum. But before I get to that, I found a website that kind of compiles all the video game museums and like blogs and stuff. It's called Video Game Museum Blog and Store.
Okay.
All right.
Very informative.
And they have posts. Their last post is from late March of 2020, if we all remember that
Okay.
month.
Yeah.
And it's the title of it is COVID-19 versus Goombas.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
The first line, the tagline, I believe is the correct term, right?
The first line of the
first
story.
line,
It's a
yes,
lead.
A lead. The lead of the story is Goombas don't respect 6-foot social distancing rules.
Can you send me a link to that story?
Yes.
True journalism.
That was
is-
really good.
I know a thing or two about journalism, and that's it.
Yeah, Hunter took foundations of journalism and calls himself a journalist.
I did.
I can't wait. I'm taking.
And you did well.
I'm taking a broadcast something or another.
Yeah, are you taking the video or the... You're taking the video one, right? Like the video...
It's one class, but
It's one class, but
I
the
think
video
he's
students...
separating us into groups.
Yeah, so like the video students work with the journalism students and like we make packages, and the video students are like the ones that like record and edit,
Yes.
and the journalism students write and like are like the talent, like the reporter.
Yeah, I'll be doing that.
So that'll be cool. You'll be in my class.
Sweet. Want to work together?
As long as Mike Eichel lets us choose.
Cool. We'll be the best.
Yeah.
But I don't even know where I was going with this. It's just really funny. It was a really funny one. But the actual museum that I found is called the American Classic Arcade Museum. And it is in here. Let me see here. What is it? It's in Lasonia. It looks like New Hampshire, which isn't that far. You know, they've got 250 arcade games in the building. It's free. It's free admission, guys.
Ooh.
Free admission. They've got 250 plus games from Asteroids to Zaxxon. I think that's how you say it. If you had a favorite arcade game, chances are it's here. I bet we could find Dig Dug. We can learn about video game history. And they're open late 7 days a week. And they have a whole thing about Ralph Baer. He's the father of video games. He created the first video game
Pong?
I think so. He created the first video game console, the Magnavox Odyssey.
No, that's not the same guy.
But I think we should go to this museum.
There's another thing.
There's another thing that Chloe found last night.
Oh, that was not last night. That was a few nights ago.
Okay, I have no concept of time.
Did you? Do you have it pulled up?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you want me to talk about it? Or do you want to?
You can.
Okay. So I was on TikTok the other day, as I do, to avoid my other responsibilities.
Yes.
And I saw this really cool Airbnb that's all retro video game themed, and they have a ton of arcade games. They have every single classic arcade or classic retro gaming console, and you can play them all. And like all of the bedroom and stuff, it's all set up like 80s themed, and they have like a kitchen, and they have like one game, I can't remember what it was, but it was the only one in the world there.
Huh.
So it was like really cool, and I don't know, I'm gonna look up the video and see where it was, but I think we should go there.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
When I sent it to Hunter, he responded with, "I can't imagine the electric bill." Man, those electric bills.
It has to be a high electric bill.
I found it.
Yeah. Oh, this is a cute little town they got in New Hampshire, Lasonia. What?
Just looking at a town in New Hampshire.
Wait, I think it's in North Carolina.
Oh, that's where you guys should be staying for your April Fool's prank on us at the
Winston-Salem,
station.
NC.
For those of you who don't know, Hunter and Chloe are going out of town on April Fool's Day.
Yep. We're leaving tonight.
Preposterous.
The joke is that... Never mind, I shouldn't say that.
You guys are the joke.
You're a joke.
You're
Whoa.
a joke. Fredonia, New York is a joke.
Imagine not having ankles.
What is he doing? What did he... What did he throw?
A marker.
I threw a marker at Hunter, but he's behind a wall, so it just hit the
He is
window.
behind a wall.
Update on our arcade museum. It is 9 hours away, so
Oh, that's a bit of a drive.
just
yeah.
it is. No, it's perfect for a afternoon outing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if there's any closer museums though.
You know, if we leave at 8 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
you can get there around
5 p.m.
There's one in Ann Arbor, Michigan, Berlin, Germany, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Oh, there's one. There's one in Rochester.
Oh, that's a lot closer.
The International Center for the History of Electronic Game. Well, that sounds too formal. We'll see.
We'll investigate it, and if we have to go to Rochester, then that's a lot closer
Hey
than...
guys, you want to go to the Museum of Soviet Arcade Games?
You're right. It was 5.
I know it was 5. I did the military time.
Yeah. I apologize.
It's okay. You're just
International
not good at
Center for the
math.
History of Electronic Games. It's in Rochester. They've got a ton of games. They got Halo. They got Pokemon. That's one that we should talk about. Pokemon. The old Pokemon.
I was gonna mention it.
Yeah, we
Did
can
any
talk
of you
about
guys
that.
play the old Pokemons?
The old
Not the old ones.
The
No.
first one that I was introduced to was Pokemon. I think it was White too.
Mine was
okay,
white.
Okay. I believe my cousin used to play it all the time, and I used to like play with him.
Yeah.
So I never like had it myself, but I like whenever like my cousin, he used to come over all the time for like sleepovers. We always used to play. I remember. that.
Pokemon hasn't. It's evolved with the generations of Pokemon, and it's evolved in its like graphic display.
Mhm.
But I feel like Pokemon has overall the premise has stayed the same.
Yeah. No, I agree. It like you're right in that it's gotten like new Pokemon
Yeah.
in it, and then the way that they look and the way that the game operates is a little bit different, but it still has the same premise behind the game, and it hasn't like
It's simply aging with the times.
yes, it hasn't like completely taken on a new
Yeah.
like format. You know what I mean?
I've got some.
Format wasn't the word I was looking
I got some incredible news about video games. The National Museum, or video games, whatever I called it before, has a video game Hall of Fame, and they have finalists this year. Do we want to hear the finalists? Because there's a lot of retro games on this list.
Sure.
There's a ton.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is definitely retro.
Yep.
Candy Crush Saga, Dance Dance Revolution, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Wait. Only one of those games would I even consider retro.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
The Candy Crush.
Minesweeper,
I love Minesweeper.
Hunter plays Minesweeper all the
Mrs.
time.
Pac-Man.
Mrs. Pac-Man.
That's pretty retro. NBA Jam, which I would consider retro, 93. Parappa the Rapper. I feel like I've heard of that before.
I don't know that one.
Resident Evil, Rogue, Sid Meier's Civilization. That's a good retro game. 91 was the first iteration.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. I played
Really?
so
Wait,
much.
retro. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the first Sid Meier's came out in 91.
Because I talked about this when I was by myself last year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I talked about developers.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, the first one came out in 91. I played so much of Civ 5. I loved Civ 5.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never would have thought of that as retro.
No, I wouldn't have. Because it's still like a recent game. They're still doing stuff, aren't they?
Well, they're also still doing stuff with Tetris, but I consider that retro. Especially with your neon absolute mess over there that you like
That
to
was
play.
Pac-Man, not Tetris.
Same
I like
thing.
Tetris. You know what's really retro?
What's your favorite
What?
Tetramino?
I like the one
Two by
that's
two.
like
2x2 is a classic.
Yeah.
I like the T or the L.
Let's hear the L.
so,
Which
that,
L?
so that way Chloe can give you the L.
Which L?
Bonk.
The normal facing L.
Normal facing L. Yeah.
Wait.
No one laughed at my joke.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't funny.
I thought it was
I'm
pretty
joking.
funny.
It was very funny.
Why didn't anyone laugh?
It sounded like a joke I would have made in high school.
I want to know which L piece, Alex.
What?
I want to know which L piece was
What
your
is
favorite.
yours? Okay.
I am also a 2x2 guy.
That's fair.
2x2. Big fan of 2x2s, aren't we, Hunter?
I take that back.
Oh.
I take that back.
What?
The 2x2 is not my favorite.
What is it?
My favorite is WCVF 88.9, the campus and community voice of Fredonia.
Let's go!
That was really good. That was really good.
What a like layup by the whole team there to set you up for that one. That's
Heck
one.
yeah.
This is one of my favorite parts of this show is seeing how we can make the liners.
We take it one step further.
Yep. Yep.
That was such a good one. Anyway.
I was actually trying to take it back though. The 2x2 is not my favorite.
You just like straight up lied.
You lied.
No, I realized it after. My favorite is the T piece
The T, yeah, the
Yeah.
T,
No.
right?
No. 2x2.
Okay,
because
so
there's
we're
an
gonna
there's an
ignore
age old
Alex.
method called T-spin, where if you
I
have
hate
a
T-spin.
it is complicated.
Uh,
You have like an
Sorry.
entire like gap. You have to make like an entire gap kind of thing in your in your setup. I am struggling for words.
see
You have
that.
to make an entire like certain pattern in your setup, and then you can like T-spin it down. Like you can spin it right before it moves, and it'll go in the gap.
Mm-hmm.
It's complicated. It's just another way of like putting a straight piece down.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you know that they're still making games for the NES?
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm here on this video game, the same museum website. They're talking about this game that came out called Almost Hero, which seems like a ninja game.
Sounds like it.
That came out in 2017 that they made for the NES by Mega Cat Studios. It's $50.
Oh.
That's
It
a
is
lot.
retro. It looks like it runs pretty well though. It
That's
looks
interesting.
cool. It like looks really cool.
Yeah.
And they have like a whole like booklet that comes with it apparently. NES complete inbox with manual.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was my little. Oh, look at this! They got a ton of games here. Mega Cat Studios is pumping games out for the NES.
All right. I have another retro game.
Yeah.
Sonic.
Okay.
That's a great one. That's a fantastic one. I love Sonic.
Sonic is so fun.
Yes, it is. Sonic is a ton of fun,
Who
honestly.
was it that was talking about Sonic?
Us, all of us, because I had that Sonic in the Black Knight game.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Oh, did you hear the Mark Kayak story?
No.
What?
Shout out to Professor Mark Kayak. For also being a Sonic fan, apparently. They were talking about it at the TV station where they were pretty sure during a Zoom class one time that he was playing Sonic at the same time
yes.
as teaching the class. And I just think that's really great.
It is funny.
That's awesome.
Sorry, you can continue.
For the DS, I had a Sonic, I think it was Sonic Classic Collections or Sonic Collections. Nonetheless, it was a Sonic game that had like it was an entire collection of all the Sonic games that had been released.
Mm-hmm.
And you could go through and choose which one.
Mm-hmm.
And I could never, actually I did it a few times, but I always had troubles with that water level.
Me too.
Water levels are difficult.
But that water
Always.
level soundtrack, fire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree. Was it called the Sonic Mega Collection, you said?
Maybe. It was a DS game.
I'm looking at a PS2 game here. I think I had the Mega Collection. Once upon a time. I wish I still had my PS2. Be kind of fun to play with.
It would be fun.
I sold it to get my Xbox 360 once upon a time.
Mm.
I think that was a worthwhile trade though for me.
It in fact
Yeah.
was a Sonic Classic Collection.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, Sonic's a very good retro game. I agree with that. Guys, I'm so tired.
Me too. It's okay.
I was
Maybe you need to
speaking-
play, what is it, Pac-Man DX?
Pac-Man Championship
yeah, I
Edition
need to play
DX
Pac-Man.
Deluxe Plus.
That's what you need to play. It'll wake you up.
That was
That
a lot of
with
words.
3 energy drinks, and I think you'll be
I
good.
have an energy drink in
You
my
need 2
backpack
more.
right now. 2 more.
Yeah.
That's probably not healthy. I
No,
already
that's
had
fine.
one today.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. I'm gonna
You'll be
get a lot
fine.
of sleep tonight once I get home.
The Sonic Classic Collection featured Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles. Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and Knuckles.
And a Knuckles.
Yep.
Oh, Knuckles.
I don't have the doc because we didn't make a doc for this episode, so I don't have the Telegram sound effect. But bring.
Sorry.
Bring.
I guess I should make 'em every
Bring. A couple messages from my mom, Sela Irwin. Shout out Sela, big fan. She said, "Don't forget you have an immense Cars the movie collection." I do. You know, like the little like Hot Wheels style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like a bunch of the cars for that.
Aw.
Yeah,
Cars the movie is peak cinema.
it is peak cinema.
cinema.
I easily had like over 100 cars from Cars the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. Like all the different varieties and stuff. It was awesome.
Cars the movie,
Mhm.
better than Avengers Endgame.
Mm.
Better than the Star Wars franchise.
Mm.
Better than anything winning at the Oscars or the Grammys. I don't know which one is for movies.
The Oscars.
The Tonys.
The Golden Globes.
Tonys.
The Tonys. Better than any
I
other
don't know
media
what-
out there.
Better than all of them.
Better than any entertainment. Except for VGS Let's Talk Gaming.
Of course.
Thanks.
And
Thanks.
and WCBF.
Yes. Anything on Fredonia Radio Systems.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She also said to say hi to my mama, my grandmother. Hi, mama, how you doing?
Hi.
But yeah, I had a huge Cars the movie collection. That's very nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I have this one distinct memory.
Mm-hmm.
It was some Cars game. I don't know what it was. I can't remember the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I think it was the first time I heard the song Free Fallin'.
By Tom Petty.
Yes.
Shout out to Tom Petty.
I don't know. I feel like it probably wasn't in the game itself. But as a kid, I thought it was.
highway.
That's not Tom
I
Petty.
want to ride it all
I missed the rest of that
night
story because I was
long.
laughing about Tom Petty.
Ooh.
What did you say?
I don't know if it was in the game itself. I assume it probably wasn't. But as a kid, I just always thought it was part of the game. It was probably my dad playing it in the background,
Yeah.
and I just heard it.
Yeah, you associated. I get you.
Yeah, I associate it now.
Yeah,
Disassociating.
me
Wrong.
too. I'm always associated.
We, us college students, just walk around with one brain cell, and hopefully it works sometimes.
Like I went to Willie C's, the dining hall today,
Yeah. We
and
had to clarify.
yes, and the lady called my number, and I sat there for a minute, didn't process it 2 minutes later, and I was like, "Hey, did you say 62?" And she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
I do that all the time at Tim's.
I have a telegram.
Oh, bring, bring.
It's from my mom. She says, "Life is a Highway" is by Rascal Flatts.
True.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are definitely, yes.
I went to a Rascal Flatts concert, and they played it.
What?
That's,
What?
where was this story?
Were you that much of a fan of Cars that they brought you to? Yes?
Rascal
No way. No
so
way.
funny. That's so, when was this?
I mean,
I really hope it was when you were like really young, still in the
No.
Cars phase. Oh,
no. This was when I was in high school.
oh my
Were you
gosh.
still in your Cars phase?
No.
Wait, you're not in your Cars
My
phase
mom and I
anymore?
went to a Rascal Flatts concert. There was like a bunch of other people playing, but it was at Darien Lake. And
Of course it was.
they went through their entire set list, and the last song was Life is a Highway.
Incredible. I bet they do that for every show.
Most likely. It's arguably one of their, if not the most, what's the word I'm trying to look for here?
Popular?
Most popular.
There you go.
I was gonna say
Song.
well known.
Well known.
Well-known,
Popular.
popular, yeah.
They're the same
They
word.
are the same word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My levels are a little high.
it's okay.
It's
Because
okay.
you were
hollering.
yelling.
No, this microphone's usually a bit quiet.
That's true.
honestly.
It usually is.
Yeah.
Are any of you using the new microphones? No.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Is it this one and that one?
Yes.
This
there,
one?
We got
That one.
newsflash for those of you unaware. We just got some new microphones here at Fernandina Radio Systems. They're the exact same microphones that we use, just new.
Yep.
And we were down 2 microphones in Graham, but now we're at full capacity with 6 microphones. We still only have five headphones. We need another pair of headphones. Hunter's swaying to this music, but
It's good music.
we have so many microphones now, and it's so great. I'm so happy. But yeah,
Yeah.
enough about that tangent.
Is there any other retro games you guys wanted to bring up in the last 5 minutes?
We talked about Tetris. I feel like we have to include it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
I don't
talk
think
about
I don't think we officially
We
nominated Tetris.
mentioned
No.
Tetris.
Yeah, we definitely mentioned Tetris.
Tetris, fire.
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 It gets a good game award.
What did IGN rate Tetris?
I don't know if they're gonna. If I,
I don't know
have
if there will be one.
I think that there should be.
I don't think Tetris was.
My
No,
mom
I don't
said.
think I do.
Oh wait, sorry. I have a
Bring,
telegram.
bring.
Thank you.
Bring.
She said Donkey Kong with an exclamation point.
I don't
Donkey
know
Kong
if
was a
the-
good one. I never got to play the original, but
I've seen a lot of like clips of it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Nice little
little guy.
I don't think
start of
they.
the platformers.
Yeah,
They
Which
don't
is what
have a
I'm so
review
good at.
for the original Tetris. They do not have a review for the
That's-
original Tetris. But
sad.
IGN does have a review for new versions of Tetris, I think. Do we want to do Tetris 99? It's probably the most recent version. Question.
I don't know.
It's
That's
a
fine. I
wondrous
have another
pandemonium
telegram.
in a battle royale bottle. What? No, that's not Tetris. Tetris review from GameSpot.
My dad also said Cubert.
Cubert. Oh, Cubert's good.
There's a lot of retro games.
There's a lot of them we missed.
Arguably, what do you guys say? Retro games or modern games?
Modern. I'm just a big fan of like the open world. So
Yeah, me
I
too.
like open world too.
Yeah.
I actually think we had that discussion.
We did.
I think FIFA
and I don't
19's
think
a
you can
retro
compare
video
them
game.
because I think they're out each so like
Different.
Yeah.
As we were talking about in the beginning.
It's different vibes. Definitely different vibes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You play one to get one feeling, you play the other to get another.
Yeah. We still have like 5 minutes left. Do we want to
Yeah,
talk
we're talking
about?
about Tetris.
Are we still talking about Tetris?
We don't have
thought
to.
so. We don't have to if there's something else we wanted to say.
Do we want to talk about something that's not video games?
Super Mario Bros.
Well, Alex,
Hunter
what
said
do you
no.
mean?
Well, I was just gonna promo some other shows that we have, but we can talk about Super Mario. We can talk about Mario.
Yeah, we can do that real quick.
Mario, I love Mario.
Me too.
New
Yeah.
Super
Classic.
Mario Brothers Wii.
Oh,
That was
That with the
that
red
is-
case.
with the red
With the
red
red
case.
case.
With the
Okay, I'm
red
so glad.
case.
I'm so,
I
okay.
was so confused why it had a red case but
because
I
it was just that
loved
good. It was
it
that
it
good.
was deserving.
tier.
It
That's why.
deserved that red case.
Yes.
I don't know if that version is a retro. I wouldn't consider it.
No, that's not a retro. That was
No.
like
But it
2010.
deserves every bit of recognition, and it's thanks to the retro version of Mario that we have that gaming masterpiece today.
True.
Absolutely.
We got very heated here.
And then
I-
they went and made new Super Mario Brothers U for the Wii U. And it didn't it was not good.
It was not good.
It did not live up to the expectation.
What is our Mario Bros game list? How many Mario Bros games?
What's
have
the
there
most
been?
recent?
That's what I was looking for. Mario Bros. List of games. Here we go.
I'm not sure.
I feel like I will know it.
Not 3D World.
No.
Was it Super Mario Odyssey or did they make something?
No, they made
After
something
that.
after Odyssey.
The Nintendo Switch. Minecraft. It's
Minecraft?
that's not right.
Favorite Mario game?
The most recent one is Mario Party Superstars.
Oh, I think that's
Oh.
coming out or it just came out.
Yeah, it came out in
Yes.
2021.
Yeah.
The next Mario game to come out is Mario Strikers Battle League.
That's what I was thinking of.
In terms of
I've heard
like
about that.
an actual like Mario game, like Super Mario 3D All Stars came out in 2020. I don't know if that's like a classic Mario game in the world though. I'm seeing probably the newest like classic Mario Bro style is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Gotcha.
That came out in 2019,
Hmm.
which is unfortunate. They need a new Super Mario Bros.
I should.
Super Mario
Agreed.
Bros. Switch.
Although all Switch games have a red case, so I say we nominate to bring it white this time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
the
that'd be such.
That is
We should work in marketing.
Should.
okay.
We
Let's
could
do that.
market
The
stuff.
VGS team.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's time for a very special announcement. Join Hell for Doing Your Radio. Nope. Not for your radio. When I said that sentence, I was like, I don't know what part of that was wrong, but something was wrong.
Rewind.
Let me.
Rewind.
Okay. Join Hell for Doing Your Records for acoustic night on Thursday, March 31st. That's today.
Tonight.
From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in Tim
in
Hortons
15 minutes.
In 15 minutes.
for some chill music from Dylan Morawski, Helen Pals, and Jacob King. That's right after this, so you should go there next
Check it out.
because then you can listen to some chill music in Tim Hortons, and I think that's pretty cool.
Now,
Chill
to add on to that, because there's a few artists there that I'd like to talk about, that also helps promote some of our shows. If you are a fan of Dylan Morawski or Jacob King, or you just can't make it to this acoustic night here on Fredonia campus, here at FRS, we are releasing a local lowdown episode in about an hour. It's scheduled to release in an hour, I believe. The local lowdown, Jacob King, him and his buddy Felix got on the show. They had an awesome set. I very much recommend checking it out on YouTube. It is one of our only shows with actual a visual component. It's a very special show,
That's
very
cool.
awesome legacy show. I work on it as technical director. I very much recommend you guys should watch it. Whatever you're doing in there in Graham Command.
Will do.
Good.
Aye, Captain.
Aye. But no, yeah, if you can't make it to acoustic night or you're just looking for something new to watch on YouTube, definitely check out the Local Lowdown. It's a fantastic show if you like music. Any other things we should promote before we end it off, Chloe? Anything you want to promote? I have a few more things I could promote.
High Noon Friday.
High Noon Friday
High Noon
tomorrow.
Friday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, that is the big one I was going to say.
AKA Friday at noon. It's going to be wacky.
It's gonna be very wacky because
wacky.
guess what day it is tomorrow?
It is April 1st. Oh,
Wrong.
I was gonna go April
Fools.
1st and lead into it, but
Okay, well, it's April Fool's. That was the prank.
Haha.
I got
We have a very
Got.
special episode of Just Facts, and the trivia tomorrow will be probably interesting. I
Oh,
don't
it
know,
is
We'll see.
so interesting.
We'll see.
I've seen some of Hunter's questions on it. I haven't done my questions yet.
I have
but
2 on there right now.
I haven't done any. I really need to get on that. But yeah, that's gonna be very wacky, very fun. And we have a little something coming up in the near future. So if you're in the Fredonia, Buffalo area, please do come down to Fredonia or stay in Fredonia April 9th and go to Barker Commons because we're going to be hosting our annual fundraiser, Rockin' the Commons, for Roswell Park Cancer Research. There's going to be tons of live music. We're going to have Jacob King. We're going to have the Burkharts, Beach Tower, Oscars Cash. I believe Cheap Peach and a few of our a cappella groups here on campus are going to be performing. There's going to be a CD sale, music sales, buy some vinyl. There's going to be food for sale. There's going to be tons of raffle baskets. It's going to be a ton of fun. There's going to be activities. And if you're a big fan of us here at VGS and are a fan of a little show called Just the Facts that we do, some insider information.
Insider information.
Get close to the
I
get close to
am
your speakers.
an
Close to your speakers to listen to this insider information.
Try not to
Don't tell anybody.
There may be a limited amount of Just the Facts cassettes for sale at Rockin' the Commons this year.
not to alarm you, but you're peeking.
Am I?
you were peeking a
You're
lot.
peeking.
Was I?
Yeah.
Well, just make sure you're listening because there are a limited number of cassettes for sale. And they are painted blue and gray, courtesy of us here at Fredonia Radio Systems. A ton of people have been working on them.
Yes.
They're really cool. They're our fall 2021 season, which was absolutely banger, honestly.
It was really
Our
good.
second
not
season.
to-
Yes, our second season, all of our episodes, and it lists every single fact we talk about.
Mhm.
So I very much recommend if you're a fan, or you just like, picking up cool little trinkets to collect. Take a look at the CD sale table and pick up a Just the Facts Fall 2021.
Remind him the date.
April 9th at Barker Commons in Fredonia from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. It is an all-day event. There's going to be tons to do, so I recommend staying for as much as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's about it for this week. We'll see you next week. We'll have probably something also very interesting to talk about, and we'll promote Rock in the Commons again because it'll be that weekend.
Even more, I'll talk about the cassettes again.
We'll probably still be as tired.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. I don't see anything changing.
We don't sleep.
No, we do not.
We're in college.
We're busy.
It's not what we do.
No.
Anyways, we will see you guys next week. Thanks for listening tonight. And, yep. All right, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.